I was interested in doing this as sort of like literary history. I was interested in where this fit in terms of the sectional conflict, where this fit in terms of the political turmoil and social upheavals that were taking place in the 1850s. So that's sort of the backdrop. A number of these folks wound up spending time in Paris and London and coming back to New York and started trying to replicate the experience they had in these old world cities in New York. So they essentially settled on an immigrant musician's saloon restaurant in the cellar off Bleecker and Broadway, Charlie Fapp's Saloon. This became one of the major cultural focuses. It was probably most famous because it was what really produced Whitman as a major literary figure. It was the first sort of group that boosted his career and promoted him. They adopted the idea of being Bohemians from the language that was in use in Paris. The idea of Bohemians, really their word for gypsy, in a sense, how they saw gypsies. Bohemians as a people who were in transit and living in the left bank. Students are people who are marginally employed. And of course for these folks, they're really consciously trying to create a kind of counterculture. People talked about it in terms of the origins of the beats of the 50s or the hippies of the 60s, and you know, people who were sort of deliberate cultural outcasts, but self-outcasts to a great extent.